Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Thursday. My name's Dan, and I'm going to double check that we are live and my audio is working fine. Awesome. Okay. So this is a special Tech Thursday before April Fools, which is one of my favorite days. If you have anybody that has hundreds of icons on their desktop, like so, let's see if we can duplicate these and make all sorts of desktop icons. Copy, paste, paste, paste. Then we can do a sort by name. What you can do besides being able to double click on these to open either my Tech Thursday page or my Tip Tuesday page is right click on your desktop, view, and turn off show desktop icons on a loved one or your coworker's computer. And when they panic and realize, oh my gosh, where'd all my icons go? This isn't destructive. You just go back to the right click view, show desktop icons, and they're all back and they're all in the same place. So it's much better whether you have a lot of technical knowledge or a little technical knowledge to run that prank on April Fool's Day. The next one is a little more involved. I've got a PowerPoint here, Saturday presentation on Microsoft Teams. Learn all about the new features, turn your sound up. And when I go to present this, you'll notice that it's blurry. And there's nothing wrong with your computer or my feed right now. Go back out of the presentation mode and everything looks fine. Go back into the presentation mode and everything should appear blurry. Why is that? I've got two slides, and the slides, quote unquote, are actually photos. So my first photo is not blurry and has an animation set up for it to hide after the animation, which can be automatic. And then if I go to my Arrange menu and show the selection pane, you'll notice my other picture that's hiding behind it is blurry. And so the second picture, when the first is hidden, shows up only when I'm in presentation mode. And so this is fun if you have somebody presenting or you're the person presenting and you want to point out that you want to clear up everybody's information related to Microsoft Teams. What else can you do with tips and tricks for computers on April Fool's Day? If I go into the settings of my Surface Studio, a desktop computer, and I flip the orientation, right now I am looking at my computer upside down, but in StreamYard, it's smart enough to realize that, hey, we should still show this right side up. So instead of seeing this upside down in StreamYard, it still shows up at the correct orientation, but it's quick enough for me to change and flip a desktop computer upside down by right-clicking on the background, display settings, scrolling down, and changing the display orientation on the monitor. So those are 3 things that you could do to a coworker, somebody in the office. What I would recommend with any of these is be there before the person completely panics about not having the shortcuts on their desktop, having their computer turned upside down, or getting into their PowerPoint presentation and realizing the slide or slides are fuzzy. You'll notice if I take a second slide and put the same slide on slide number 2, there's a way for me to fix the slide once picture number 2 is shown. I just need to get rid of the animation. And picture number 2 will show up just fine. So different ways to solve the problem for the user that is presenting to clear up what might be blurry or not clear. Put in a second slide that is clear with the photo that I put on top of the first icon. And then right click on the desktop view, show desktop icons. So your coworker, loved one, whoever you play this prank on, can see all the icons on their computer again. And let's see if we have any comments from our social media platforms. It looks like we're good so far on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So let's toss up a banner or 2. Thanks for tuning in. And we hope to see everyone on Friday's Azure and AI show. I know Frank Falvey is planning to be there. Rich Gibbons. We'll probably have Solomon Jeremiah. And we might have other guests. You never know who might turn in for the last Azure and AI show in March. April Fool's Day, April 1st is Saturday. So that's why we have just shared 3 items that you could do. That should be this Friday, not next Friday. Fix that. And let's go with some music here for our outro. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We are going to let you go now. View. Hide those desktop icons on Saturday. View. Show those desktop icons. Right click. Display settings. Halfway down. Flip those desktops on somebody you know. Then flip them back before they panic or call IT. And then finally, PowerPoint. Hide the slide after the animation. Have the animation show up automatically. And blur the second image. You can blur a picture under the artistic effects. So that's where I got the blur effect from, if you aren't familiar with that. And that is it, folks. Have a great Thursday. Tune in next Thursday for more tips and tricks.